As humans, we are prone to always discovering and creating incredible things. Our race has already accomplished so much in technology. Cars, computers, even the toaster that sits in your kitchen right now. There's no doubt that humans have come a long way in the last decade, but we think it's time to take a step forward toward a new and advanced future. As we speak, Afton Robotics, subsidiary of the ever-so-popular Fazbear Entertainment, have begun developing artificial intelligence to use in the Fazbear restaurants. Artificial intelligence is computer-programmed simulations of human intelligence. They are extremely rudimentary as of right now, however. But with newly discovered technology, Afton Robotics has propelled the research of AI by at least 20 years. This could allow AI-controlled animatronics that would be capable of not only having full complex conversations with humans, but with other animatronics. Truly intriguing stuff. They've been testing this technology using 2 small robotic heads, made specifically for these experiments. Every time the AI program is run, it is called an iteration. Every iteration, the animatronics are able to converse with other people and each other. Let's watch one of the first iterations that were ever run with the 2 heads. Engineers Jack Miller and Dave Kennedy described to us how the program progressively learns. The AI program uses a deep learning algorithm where it uses the microphone located inside its mouth to record conversations, and then adds it to its language database where it can use the words it learned around them in conversation. Isn't that crazy? With AI like this, we could transform it into not only entertainers, but to help people with disabilities, and possibly even have automated workers to work on things such as factory lines so no human labor is required. Anyways, let us watch another iteration, recorded only months after the first. Now you're probably wondering how the animatronics were built, and how they were able to use the AI program within. Well, the animatronic has a microchip under its shell that's able to connect to and run the program via a cord that connects to the computer. The program has coding that allows it to control mechanisms in the animatronics, such as the head and neck. This same programming is used in the animatronics that perform on stage. When it came to building the animatronics, however, the engineers ran into some issues. Due to Fazbear Entertainment's profit margin significantly dropping over the past 8 years, they haven't had a lot of money to use for more experimental ventures. They wondered how they would get the resources necessary to build the animatronic heads. They came to the conclusion that the best course of action would be to salvage parts from an older animatronic to use for the construction. With that being said, let's watch the latest iteration, which was only recorded last week.
Alright, it's recording. Hey, Jack. Run the program.
Hello, my wonderful audience. You're on the air with Mitch McNair. Now let me ask you something. Do you like pizza? Of course you do. Now, if you know me, I have two boys of my own, Lucas and Junior. Great kids, I tell you. I swear the only time I seen Lucas slip up is on a banana peel. I'm just kidding, of course, but you know, there's something my boys can't shut up about. Something that's making the rounds here in Hurricane, of course. I'm talking about none other than Fredbear's Family Diner, the earwig of all parents for the past few months. Entertaining and joke-containing, touching the hearts of both kids and adults, providing you just take a seat at the bar the whole time. And who else do I have here than one of the joyous owners himself, William Afton.
Yes, thank you so much for having us here, Mr. McNair.
And with him, I also have his beautiful wife, Clara.
Thank you so very much, Mr. McNair.
Oh, please, you two just call me Mitch. Now, I know that this restaurant had a lot of time and care put into it, but tell me, how did it all begin?
Oh, well, it didn't take as much time as you would think. I usually make drawings to entertain our kids, and they always love them. But I remember a drawing that really caught the attention of our son Evan, and also Will. A yellow bear and a rabbit. Now I know, at first, that doesn't sound like the most conventional thing, but I don't know. My son fell in love with the bear instantly, and William had gotten an idea. He's dabbled in engineering since he was in high school, and even made it into a really good trade school for it. He wasn't the only one. Our friend Henry's also pretty talented in the field, and he was the first person Will went to. He's always been a persuasive person. He was able to convince Henry, and they shook hands on it.
Astounded. Why couldn't our pal Henry be here today?
Well,
My partner's a very busy man, Mr. McNair. Between all the bills and whatnot, he hasn't had a lot of free time.
I see. Well, when he can, make sure to tell him to pay a visit to old McNair.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Now, I know that you guys seem a little more like the private types, but I must say that all the pictures I've seen of you two make you guys seem like you've got such good chemistry. How'd you two meet?
I think I'll take the floor here. It was my sophomore year, and I was just walking down the hallway. Suddenly, I get bumped into from behind and practically fall on my face. Wondering what the big idea was, I looked up and I saw her. I swear I had seen a radiant, holy light shining through her. We exchanged names and spoke for a bit, and we realized we had a shared interest in theater arts. She had to go to class, but she told me the spot she sat at the end of every school day, a little collection of wooding west of the school. It wasn't too far. Anyways, we talked some more, she met Henry, and the rest is history.
Wow, that's amazing.
Well, I appreciate that, Mitch.
Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. This has been On the Air with Mitch McNair. Thank you for tuning in.
So, Will, where were you today?
Darling, what do you mean? I was sitting on that couch right next to you.
Not from my understanding.
Please, honey, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, really? I felt like I was sitting next to a completely different person. Not to mention you kept cutting me off. If you're okay with lying to everyone else, then how do I know you're not lying to me?
Darling, please, Think about it this way. Do you remember when we did Romeo and Juliet in our junior year?
And you were the tree?
Yes, indeed. Well, this is just like that. Think of it as a performance. It gives us a good reputation, and the audience loves it. Trust me, darling, I would never lie to you.
Well, all right.
What was that? I know, right? I have no idea where they went. It's like they just vanished into thin air or something. I don't get it. Well, the investigation is in the police's hands now. And that's the thing. If they had experienced springlock failures, their bodies and the suits would have... Right. I know you don't want to really hear about that sort of thing. It's just annoying. Well, I'll be in the garage when you get home, so we can go to that burger joint you've been talking about. How does that sound? Well, that's great, dear. I'll tell Michael to make dinner for his siblings tonight. Bye.
Fredbear and Spring Bonnie are dangerous. They will eat you. Never go near them. Ever again. Please.
What do you think heaven is like? I don't know, Evan. Well, I think heaven is a big, beautiful green field. I bet there's rabbits and bees and cats all living together. I bet the food there is amazing.
There's no rabbits in heaven, Evan.
Why? What did the rabbits do wrong? What if there's pretty blue lakes or nice green trees or...
God, do you ever stop talking? Sorry, Ev.
It's okay, Cassie. What are we doing anyways?
Didn't I tell you? We're waiting.
Waiting for what?
For someone to get us out of this room.
Oh. Hey, Cassidy, you said my dad was bad, right? What did he do?
Your father wasn't a good person, Evan.
But why? I remember him playing with me all the time. He gave me a plushie to protect me. He made my friends. Even if he hit me sometimes, I know he loved me.
He did hate you, didn't he?
Only when I didn't do what I was supposed to.
You wouldn't get it.
What do you mean I wouldn't get it? I'm just as old as you.
That's not what I meant.
I'm tired of you guys treating me like a baby all the time. You keep on not telling me anything and expecting me to understand. I'm tired of it. Just tell me what's wrong.
Fine. If you want me to tell you, I'll tell you. Sorry in advance.